Yeah, what up? It's your boy Zod. Let me just go ahead and stop that running back. It's funny, I was sitting here drinking, but individuals like to hit me in my DM and ask me all types of stupid questions. But one in particular was basically, I don't even think he was really asking. He was just telling me about that about 6ix9ine, because of a comment I had commented on. Post I had commented on. I basically just said 6ix9ine was a lame, and the simple fact that I thought he was a lame is because he chose to go the route that he went, and in the end, whether they were gonna violate his family and do whatever, he still chose that route. It's a choice, and he had to live with that. But I couldn't really explain it to this dude because he's young and he's stuck in a particular mindset. I didn't block him. I just chose not to continue talking to him, and he was young. But you know what I mean. I was looking for this particular video, and I was gonna shoot it to him so he can see exactly what I'm talking about. That it's just not ever good to snitch, especially if you're supposedly in the streets, and it don't matter. There's no excuse. There's no dry snitching. I don't care if it's in a case that has anything to do with you trying to get custody of your kid. You don't say nothing. You let other people put their input, but you don't. I've seen it, and I've seen people do things on the same line as call the cops on a dude that shows up to their baby's mom's house because they're jealous, or get a restraining order. And these are the dudes that are still considered solid in a way because nobody really outs them. But I just want people to hear this. Like, I'm doing it this format because it's not a lot easier, but it's just something. There's a lot of videos out there that people really need to see, and this one in particular is for all the dudes that believe that 6ix9ine did the right thing, and he didn't.
Entertainment and the streets don't go together, but I found a way to tell my story and tell the story of the individuals around me. You know what I'm saying? And people relate to it. What I do is something called reality rap.
Why do you think so many rappers like to, affiliate themselves with them?
I don't know. Like I say, maybe it might give them some type of certification. I don't know. But me, I just know this. Man, when you a rapper and you in the light, the individuals around you in the light too.
He's gonna make a point right here that's just so straight out. A lot of people fail to realize it's like right now you got like little beefs in the industry amongst certain homies. And what people don't understand is like, a lot of these cats are not finna go out and do nothing. They're not gonna go put in work on the next homie because they're trying to get money and they're trying to be, on a different page. But the individuals that are the ones that's gonna really be out there involved in things are the ones that hang around them. See, and it's like what he's gonna say. That's the one the cops look at. They don't pay attention to you. They know you're just basically a big mouth. It's the ones that you surround yourself with. I don't move with nobody. And if I do, it's cats that, like I said, that don't actually participate in gangbanging at all. They're just normal cats that rap and do things like that. But as far as like out there putting in work, I don't do that. You just draw negative attention. But this is just something that people really need to hear.
Okay, yeah, that's the rapper, but what does he do? What does he do? That's when the questions get to, in them investigations say, bro, when the feds come, they like Jesus Christ. They already know everything about you
So
when they come.
95% conviction rate?
They got a 98% conviction rate. Not because of they've been doing good police work, because niggas tell. Niggas rap. Niggas tell on niggas. Niggas kill niggas. Niggas jack niggas. Niggas hate on their homeboys. That's what niggas do. We do it to ourselves.
That's what I'm talking about. I remember I had put something out there before, and dudes were like, "Oh yeah, you really can't talk on it because you don't run with Bloods or Crips." But it doesn't matter. It's like when it's like I can't tell a Mexicano about something that he already knows, especially if he's that type of Mexicano. The same way another black dude can't tell me what it is to be black. I know, like, regardless of what makes whatever is still black, still gonna be looked at the same way. So I know the plight, but I also know the scandalous side, and I also know that individuals go out of their way to take advantage of certain cats. It ain't, putting anything against my own race, but it's just a fact. I've seen it happen to relatives and cousins of mine Their own homeboys get them because of that jealousy, and it's just something that's ingrained in our blood that makes us that way. I watched a video of a dude stump a dude out that he was already out, but he just kept going back just to show out on camera, and it's some of the things that create a situation for us in particular as a race, and that's, you know, every race has that, but it's just for some reason we're a lot more into it. You know what I mean? It's like it happens a lot more with us because it's just, I don't know what it is, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they got a 98% conviction rate, because niggas go in there and talk.
Is it getting worse? Do you feel that when you were younger, there were certain morals that
They was ratting back then, too. They was ratting back then when I was little. I just was too young to know. You know, I listened to that, but I was fortunate enough to come up under some individuals that was silent. You know, that taught me, you know, they imputed, you know, wisdom and knowledge in me, and taught me one thing, you know, man, you're a man of morals and principles. If you be a rat, you might as well let a nigga fuck you. You a rat.
wow.
You know, but they don't look at it like that no more. They don't look at the game like that no more. TV got it looking like it's great. You know, like on, what that movie was? Nino Brown. He ratted on them.
New Jack City.
Yeah, he ratted.
Right.
They like talking about Frank Lucas, even though he told on the police, he told. You can't say he told on the police. Man, that nigga ratted, man.
So you don't find any distinction.
Watch, and you know who's in the background is Vlad, always trying to dig out information. But look what he says, and this is what people don't get. This is what the whole thing about this video was about, people feeling that certain situations it's okay to say things. They don't see it as snitching when it is. The 6ix9ine, it's no need to dispute that. It's no need to really bring him up because everybody knows what's up with the dude, Daniel. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is. But this dude is finna make a point that people really need to pay attention to. I had a video up already, but it got taken down. I'm gonna try to put it back up. It was about, you know, Hollywood and pedophiles. But you already know when you start going that route, you get a lot of eyes on you that you might not really want on you. You know what I mean? It just depends on what type of individual you are. But let's finish what he's saying, because this video is about to end.
You man, ratting is ratting. How do you not, man? You told. That ain't being a gangster. Being a gangster is win, lose, or maybe, man. Solid.
Win, you did you hear that part? Win, lose, or maybe. It don't matter what the situation is. You chose. So if you get caught up, that's just something you gotta roll with. You already knew how the game was. You already knew that the expectancy of being, you know, some type of drug lord or some type of gamer. You have time on that. You know what I mean? And after a while, it's like your time will come eventually. You know what I mean? So yeah.
To the gristle. And it's emotional for me, bro. I get emotional about it because I got partners that's doing life right now. Not because you caught them. Not because you proved that they was guilty, but because people got on the stand and pointed the finger. Entertainment is.
That's what I'm just gonna say right there. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. That's just what I really wanted to talk about. Just that in particular. It's no distinguishing. There's no differential between snitching. It's whether it's snitching on the cop, snitching on the CO, snitching on anybody. It's not tolerated. And like I said, if you're an individual that has never been involved in anything and you're the common citizen, then it's your right as a citizen, if that's how you see it, to tell. Me personally, I would, you know, I don't see nothing, you know what I mean? But then again, I was brought up a certain way. But you know, if you see something and it bugs you, you do what you want. At the end of the day, whoever did the crime, like I said, when I did my crime, I know people were gonna tell, you know what I mean. But at the end, I had to ride my own wax, and it was just the way it is, and couldn't really blame anybody else. It's like a cat blaming their parents for the way they turned out. You have a choice to do what you feel like you need to do. You have a choice to go to school. You have a choice to do a lot of things. You know what I mean? It's your choice if you want to get that out there on the street. But if you do get out there on the street, and you get busted for doing something that you weren't supposed to do, that's just the risk that you took. Don't turn around and tell on your homeboys. I seen so many cats be facing 2 or 3 years, turn around knowing that their homies are facing life and are still telling them. All because they want to get back on the street and do dope. I've seen that a lot. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, I'm gonna try to put that other video so people can really trip out on it. Like, you're gonna have some naysayers, and I can guarantee you, like when I did my last video on the Mexicana, when she was telling on her own people, I know there's 18 people gave a thumbs down. I already can tell what type of individual you are, and some of you are just 2-5 trash, some of you are PC trash, and some of you just people that seen what she did as right. And what's crazy, you probably the same exact race, you know what I mean? That's what makes even more funny, you know what I mean? It's crazy, you know what I mean? But like I said, this ain't about 6ix9ine. This is just about, there's no differential between snitching. It's either you snitch or you don't snitch. And what I would do is don't snitch. On that note, your boy Neil the Zod. I will be talking about a lot of other different things, so you already know what it is, ¿sabes? But I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my corona, and I'm out. Hey.